Alright guys, I'm at Alicante Airport. A few people have... Oh, I can't hear the announcements, that makes a change. Even though I'm sat next to the speaker, that's good, because normally about 10 times louder. Just sitting under these fans. I'm sure they weren't there before. So they're a recent addition, but it's pretty cool in the airport. I'm along Gate B. In fact, what I might do is find a quiet seat over here. I've got 2 hours anyway. Let's see. Ah, this will do. Sorry, a bit of sound suppression. Yeah, for me, I think things are pretty much back to normal in Spain. I mean, I'm finding La Mata extremely busy. It's probably busier than I've seen it before. I assume this is the backlog of people that have been locked away for 2 years, so it does seem extremely busy, and a lot of people on holiday, and it's good for the local economy. It's good to see businesses being able to recover, because everyone got hit hard, doesn't matter where you were. Myself, I've got to admit, being able to travel again it's been great, because it's, stuck in Northampton is not the best place on the planet to be, and the change of scenery as well as leaving the old company has all been positive. But even out on the tarmac, you can see it's busier at the airport. Let's have a quick look. So I'll try not to drop my residency cards because it's hard enough to get one. But you can see Ryanair's back in for us. One of these is off to Edinburgh, the other one off to East Midlands. So it is busier, and I don't think people are complaining about the the Irish have got extra access to the EU thing and the Brits are separated off. No, it's because the Brits left the EU, and I do get frustrated by those sort of false media type claims, because all it does is just rile people up. Because people that were sort of pro-Europe will be going, are people really this stupid? And the people that are pro-Brexit will be going, yeah, it's another thing, Germany and France telling everybody what to do. No, it's actually just a process. But yeah, it is a little bit frustrating, that type of stuff, because they're trying to antagonise people on purpose. It's good news stories don't travel as far, you see. So my best advice is just don't share silly advice or silly media, because it's not going to be productive. All you're doing is encouraging more of it because it spreads further. But yeah, if you haven't seen the residency cards, this is what they look like. I'm not going to show mine too much. They're a plastic one compared to what was the NIE one, which was like a bit of paper. It wasn't even laminated. So that's good. Mine's valid for 10 years now. So yeah, that's a good thing. I do expect I'm going to be travelling back to Spain a lot more. I've got my holidays for this year as well, so we're actually deciding where we're going, because I'm expecting that we're going to travel within Spain again, because there's still so much to see. So April was talked about Toledo, which was the old capital of Spain, so we'll have a think on that one, or maybe up to Valencia or somewhere we just haven't been. I've got to admit, did enjoy Barcelona. Madrid, I think we've been there. We've been there a few times now, so that's sort of dropped down the pecking order because we've done the touristy bits. But yeah, there's just so much to explore. So yeah, and the car's not playing up anymore. Don't get me wrong, still got a constant error. Near impossible to clear it, because if you clear it by tomorrow it'll be back on the dashboard again. And I'm sort of in that bit where you're thinking, should I get rid of the car or not and get another one? There you go, airport run, it's 50-60 euros for the ride each way. So in theory, the car's already paid half of its value back in airport runs in what would have paid for taxes. So it is paying itself off. It still owes me another £3,000. So if I keep hold of it for another year, because by that time we'll see what's going on with the electric cars, what the regulations are going to be, what's changing, what's not changing. Because everything's like kids football. The ball's over there and everybody runs over there, and then the ball's over there, then everybody runs over there. And I think that's what may happen with diesel, because when we stop using it, suddenly it becomes a surplus and cheap. Then people start using it again. So, like I said, I'll just wait and see where things go first, because all you need is an advance in technology, and suddenly it's good again. And bizarrely, I do think there's a lot of the technology already out there. It's just sort of held back for whatever reason. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do understand the power of money. So yeah, but I do want a new car, to be fair. The aircon doesn't work on this one anymore. I'm not paying €400 to fix it. I'll just begrudge spending any more money on the car. So I think we might have to get a new car. Not sure what. I've looked at the Dacias, and they've got a fairly nice sort of almost off-road type car, which may be ideal, because people bump park already this week. Somebody ran into the side of the car, and to be fair, if it was a brand new car, it would have been a bit unpleasant, but because it's already been damaged and everything else, you just go, oh, just another bad driver, and just don't even sort of acknowledge it almost. But yeah, it's been good to get back, and the house is nearly there. I've got the canopies on the side. Got an issue with one of the canopies. I've got to reduce it by an inch. That's my own fault for trying to put it up at night. So just got to drop a couple of bolts down by an inch on the one side, and then all the screws that fix all the framework's missing, so I've had to go and buy some screws. So when I come back on the next trip, already got my next job lined up. Conservatory, everything's ready to go, just need builders. The new ballast rails, we've got the marble ready, but we're still trying to get the fabricators of the conservatory to give us some options for rails, so that the conservatory will go on the sort of top. Got new marble, conservatory glass will sit on the one section, and then the rail will carry round all along the balcony. But we need the options so we can get the costs and then work out what the solution is. Because one of the things, we can't cut the marble until we're sure how we're putting the rails, because we may have to notch the marble out because the rails are fixed into the blockwork, or it may be an option where it can be fixed to the top because it's light aluminium. At the moment, still waiting for the fabricators. Everything just seems to take a lot longer than it should. But to be fair, what you've got is a lot of activity around construction. People who are stuck at home for 2 years. So some people have got excess money because they didn't spend 2 years holiday money. And some people have wanted to do renovations, held them off for ages, and now suddenly want everything done. So there's a lot of work going on. And I think that's going to continue for probably the next 18 months, realistically. Simply because there's surplus money in the economies on that front. I mean, I know a lot of people lost work and all that sort of stuff, but like I says, it does seem construction's very busy. So I assume a lot more people are going back to work, so that may offset quite quickly. But yeah, I mean, we've got inflation issues in the UK. I'm not even talking about that today. I pay enough tax as it is. I've been paying anything extra. Although my food costs in the UK ain't too bad. In Spain, I've got to admit, we spend a reasonable amount on food, but a lot of it's fresh local produce anyway. So I wouldn't say the cost to us has been that significant. Even the fuel prices, you know, for the air conditioning and all that sort of stuff has come down because we're through the winter. Because this period all the way up to it starts getting colder, our costs reduce significantly. The solar water heater, for example, is now pretty much running the hot water for the house permanently. We're not even having to switch the heater on anymore. It's basically been solar heated 100%. So the electric bill's shooting down. And the air conditioning, April runs it as a humidifier. So that's working quite well because it's bringing the temperature down and seems to be less expensive from what I'm seeing so far. So yeah, it's all been good. But I just wanted to just do a little catch up, and like I say, I'm going to start doing more videos. I will do more travel videos soon. But bear in mind, every time I'm in Spain doesn't mean I'm on holiday, because sometimes I could be working full time, which means the only time I can get out to do stuff is at night. And a lot of the stuff in the local area we've already covered. So I've got to sort of do a bit of research and have a look at what we haven't done, and then try and fit it in around like weekends and stuff so we can go and do some more videos. But yeah, I just want to do a quick catch up. And thanks for everybody who supports the channel. It's been great to meet up with people as well. I've got to admit, the last 6 months met a lot of subscribers, which many of them are called friends. The reason I say that, a lot of you guys haven't met, so I can't call you friends until we've actually met at least. But it's good that the network's growing. It's good that a lot of people have actually moved out here, and the sense of community is really good. Not just on the channel, but there is a good community in most of the areas I've come across, which is really good. You know, if you move to a new country and stuff, it's good to make new friends and become part of the area. And I find here in Spain it's quite easy from everywhere I've been and the people I've met. Anyway guys, I'm going to go and find my plane, so have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. And the phone freezes. Oh.